The topic is the narco states of West Africa, and we're talking to Dr. LMadu2. This is the second show in which we are dealing with the issue of the narco states of West Africa. And of course, Dr. LMadu2, you were talking about the failure of institutions in many of these West African states that are infected by these cartels. Let's pick up at that point.
Yeah, I had articulated, the first 2 points, being more drugs needed in Europe. Second one, being the change of routes, and the third being exactly the third being institutional weaknesses, and by that I mean the governments of these countries are involved, particularly Guinea, Bissau, and Guinea. Lack of law enforcement, lack of legal machinery to deal with these issues, weak policing of the ports and the seas and all that. In short, lack of any kind of governmental, input into controlling, who comes in and goes out. Most of these, countries, these two countries are weak in that respect. So that gives the drug cartels in an open, invitation to come in.
Okay.
When, like we talked about Guinea, where the police chief is involved, the anti-drug chief is involved, the intelligence chief is involved, the presidential guard is involved, everybody's involved. So who's going to keep them out? Then the Guinea-Bissau, the same. Where the president is involved, the army chief and all that, same. So that's very important to understand, because third is the profit. I mean, fourth is the profit. They make a killing. For example, the UN estimated that the cocaine that would be worth 1.8 billion when it gets to the coast of Africa. In Europe, will fetch over 10 times more than that.
Oh.
You see, yeah, 10 times more than that. You see. So that's very important.
That's a recipe for evil.
Exactly, exactly. Because I used to also talk about labor. Cheap labor. When those drug cartels get their drugs to Bissau, they can pay some of the people $2 an hour, to load those things on the ships. While if they are doing it in Jamaica, you probably cost you thousands of dollars to get somebody to do that. Because some of the people don't even know what they are loading. You know what I mean? Because they're not used to those kind of things. You see? So talk about cost of labor, and that's very important there. You see? So these are some of the factors that I'm sure people will be asking why these places. And then of course the fifth and most important factor is poverty. Like I said before, in Guinea,